You know, I've done everything I can to save my hands and thumbs by not using the thumbs and using a lot more forearm than I ever used to, because it's a lot more saving on the body. And as I've aged over 37 years, I'm not near as strong as I used to be, and I don't deliver the same amount of force as I once could, but I can certainly use leverage to my advantage. And that's exactly what I'm striving to do. When I'm using a forearm, I want to use leverage. I might reach down and brace here so that I get a better leverage point for using the forearm. Any pulling that I can do rather than pushing also saves my body, because we do so much pushing in our work. And anything that I can do to save that and work it just in reverse, it really saves those muscles, uses different muscles, and allows me to have a longer career. It's what's been working for me. I'm still working and doing fine with it, and I want to share some of these things with you. So, for instance, it can happen all over the body. But for instance here, if I brace here and I do a pulling technique here, then I'm using completely different muscles that I seldom get to use when I'm pushing. The pushing causes a strain in the back and up and through here in the traps and even in the infraspinatus and so forth. But here I'm able to use a pulling technique just with fingers, not with thumbs, and do cross fiber with pulling. It works very nicely right there at the hip. It works very nicely down here in the calf, where I'm able to hold the foot here and do a pulling cross fiber over the anterior tibialis. Simply bracing, and I'm not required to lean in and do a push technique, which might put my back in a strained position, but here I can keep my spine straight and do a pulling and even include it and make it into a rocking. Notice the rocking technique that works its way up through the client's body. And that's very, very good for those of you that have studied Tai Chi and Qigong and the wave technique. Then you'll know just exactly what I'm saying, that this is very beneficial to the body. Another place would be in the ankle, where I can place a push here and a pull on the ankle right in here. Another technique would be as I move the upper leg here, and I ask her to straighten the below leg, please. Put that down there. And here's a good place where I can use a pulling technique. I can brace her leg and pull across the fibers of the adductors by holding here and pulling. Do the quads all across the knee itself. The pes anserine can work right in here on that and can work just down the leg. Here's another one that I can use this as a holding and a pushing as well as a pulling here. This combination. A gentler push, making it a gentler push by the use of the pull technique, pulling and pushing, rather than just having it static and pushing on her only. So you see the variation there. Gives different muscles on my body a chance to come into play, and gives me a chance to use other muscles that I wouldn't ordinarily use and yet get a really good treatment done.